We were gonna do our projects together, not like together, but we had different analysis. During the time that we were supposed to present, the whole issue with the Mike Brown situation happened, and the verdict was announced, and me and my sister wanted to actually basically talk about
talk about that. In my paper I discussed I talked about feminism, I talked about sexism, I talked about racism, I talked about everything stuff. I talked about everything, and I also dissected the reason why we have issues in society is because we shine light to the wrong things, I think. And, you know, there was this video with Raven Simone, she's a child actor. I talked about that in my paper. I used sources. I used It's Your Gender Stupid and another article, Age, Race, Sexism, and all that.
Let me tell the ones I used. I used Matrix, the mammals, the Matrix, and other controlling images, and I also used booty, brains, booty, and brows. Yeah.
I basically just talked about the principle of life, and I'm not trying to sound holistic, and I'm not a hippie or anything, but it just seems like the problems that are going on with society is society's fault, and unless society wants to do something about it, then it's still going to be the same old thing. We can march from China all the way to Sydney, Australia, and it still won't make a difference if people don't decide to change their life and their perspective and their train of thought. Now, for example, the Mike Brown situation, it's not a situation, obviously it's a very, very important part of history, and the fact that it has to become a part of history is scary in order to be recognized because he's black. But I feel like if the protesters, the marchers, I know it's interesting, I mean not interesting, I know it's important to shine light that he is black in America and he was probably a victim of racial profiling, but I don't choose to believe that. I choose to see the character. I'm not defending.
Mother, son just
died. I'm not defending what Darian Wilson did, but that's what I talked about in my paper. It's true.
Human rights, not civil rights. In my paper, I talked about popular culture and how we try to change ourselves in order to fit into the status quo. And I was Sofia Vergara. I don't know how to say her last name, but I used her as an example about how she had to change her, that she was told that she had to change her accent and, you know, so on in order to be able to get roles and get, you know, bookings and stuff for television shows and movies. And she stuck to her gun and said that she would not change who she was in order to become famous, because who she was is who she was. So I really did appreciate that. I used two articles, from two readings from our class. I used brows, brains, and booty, and I also used the matriarch, mammals, and other controlling images. I think I used a show as well, basically the movie that she did that she was not recognized for. But yeah, and I just feel like we as human beings should like stand our ground and be who we are and not be so scared to stand out like a sore thumb, and we should just always just embrace our beauty, embrace our flaws, because that's what makes us beautiful. And I really enjoyed having you as a professor, and I hope you have a great semester, and I hope your class next semester loves you as much as we did. Bye. Thank you for giving us a second chance. Thank you. Bye.